Niamh here with
Seamus
and Rhiannon. All right, so what we're going to do today is the kids and I are going to make Halloween candy bags that will match their Pokemon costumes that we did. And I'll leave a card pop-up to the Poke Belt that we made a couple weeks ago. Okay? Okay. All right, so what we're going to do, we're going to create a bag, and each of you is going to have, so it's basically going to be the same bag. So there's going to be a square of this and a square of this. This is the fabric that was on Seamus's. It was all the Evolutions, and this one was what's on Rhiannon's belt, which was the Pokemon with the pink background. So Rhiannon requested that she had one panel of each, and I thought it would be a good idea just to make both bags identical, basically. So the only difference is going to be the border around the edge at the end. Okay?
Okay.
So, but the insides of each are going to be this fabric, which was what was used on Rhiannon's belt. And I'm going to do the insides. And as I do the insides, that's, you guys are going to do the outsides. Okay?
Okay.
All right, so since we're going to do the insides first, I'm going to do the insides. I'm going to show you what you're going to do. All right, so what we want to do, we want to make these 14 by 14 inches, okay? Because I figured that's a good size. We're gonna make these 14 by 14 inches. That way it's a nice size. 12 by 12 would just be a little bit too small, but 14 by 14 adds a little extra room, so you have, they're not gonna be huge bags, but they'll be big enough to hold your candy for Halloween.
And we'll be able to carry the bag from the top.
Yep, we're gonna make handles too. So, you see my special ruler here, the 0 is in the middle, and then there's 8 inches that way and 8 inches that way. So that's what we're gonna use. So
8 and 8 is 16.
yeah, so what do we want it to go out to?
14.
Yes, but so what's half of 14?
7.
7. So basically get it, line it up with the edge as much as you can, and we'll mark the middle. Here's the middle, and we'll mark 7 over here to the 7, and 7 over here, and then we'll bring it down a bit, and we'll do the same thing. Line it up to the edge. 7, 0, 7.
707.
So the top, we're gonna do a straight line here. Just make it even here. Okay, so from the top, we're gonna line it up with the 7 there, and we'll do 0 and 7, and we'll move it over here and do 0 and 7. So now, what we need to do, we need to make the line this way. And this is a fabric pen, so it will erase, it'll wash off. All right, so now we're lining up these. See where the dots were? The camera can't see, but we'll do it on this side so the camera can see. So this was the first one we did, this was the second one. That's why we do 2, so that we can line it up. And it's about right there. And it's a little easy because we're on fabric that's lined, so it's a little easier to draw the line. And then connect it this way. Like that. All right, so we're gonna do 2 of these. We will cut these out. So now that we've...
All we have to do is trace a square.
Right, so we've just cut out the first one. Now we just have to trace this square. Pieces, We've got 14-inch square each. Well, 2 of them each, right? Now, what we need to do is iron them, because you see how wrinkly these are? They're not going to sew very well if, they're not going to stay flat if they're all wrinkly. So we got to iron them first. So I like to use a little bit of water. Usually irons come with a spray function, but I think the spray function on that broke a long time. So I just get a cup of water and I just kind of sprinkle water on here, because the steam helps heat up the fabric, which makes it loosen up, and then you can flatten it with the heat. So to make it easy, I just put the 2 pieces together, and then you just together, and yes, mine's not perfectly ironed, that's okay. We want to pin these together, top sides to top side. So this is the back side, this is the back side. We want the top sides in, okay? Guys, are you ready for the next step? It's a sewing step.
Yeah.
So,
I know how to sew already.
Yeah, well, come over here so you make sure you get a good look at this, okay?
Seamus needs a good look.
So, you start right here, and you want to basically, you want to have this as straight as possible. So you can line it up with this right here. So, let's make sure it's on the correct thing, okay? Once it gets to a needle, you take that off. You keep the pin magnet over here and you drop it on, okay? We got to try to keep this lined up. Going straight down, and we're guiding it through, okay? Guiding through. Right there is fine. Here. We don't want to go all the way down. Go about where that's going to go. And before you flip it over, you see over here where I have this right here? I have this. This is where I can manually move the needle. So I'm moving that so it's down in the hole like that. That way the fabric doesn't move when I pop this open. Okay? So I pop that open. The fabric's being held by the needle. You twist it that way. Pop it down. Okay, and at this point I can do that, and now I can go. And I don't always need to. Sometimes I do this. Remember this side here. So why don't you put your hand right here? Now we want to line that up with that line right there, and then we want to get this in a little bit right there. Pop it down. Pop it down. No. There you go. Now hold the strings, carefully step down so that it goes in. Okay, now remove a pin. Okay. Now this hand holds the fabric here. You can let go of that now. And this hand guides it through. Okay, and go. One thing that I noticed that you were not doing, you were not keeping it straight. See how it just naturally wants to go that way? That's why one hand goes here and the other hand holds this at the end until it gets too close. Once it gets past this point, then you don't hold on anymore. All right, and go. individual bag parts together, right? Now what we're gonna do, we're gonna cut, or not cut, sew a triangle. You see how it goes like this, the sewing goes like that? Well, we're pulling apart the two pieces right here, right here at the corner, and we're gonna make sure it's flat like that, and we're gonna mark about an inch, maybe 2 inches down, and sew across. We got the triangle here, and don't worry, I'll help you with your triangle. And we put the triangle like that. Now the top of the triangle is over here. I'm going to put any inch marker here. I put in the 7 there, and we're going to go 2 inches down. So where would I mark?
5.
7's right there at the top, so 5 is where I'm marking right here. And I'm basically just going to make a big mark so I can see the line that I'm supposed to draw along. Okay? And then I gotta do the same thing. Here, I'll actually, you know, to keep it from moving, we'll pin that. We'll put one pin right here so it keeps it from moving. And then we do the same thing on the other side. So we've got that triangle here. We've got to make sure it's like that. We bring it in this way. We're sewing along the line, right?
Yeah.
So we got to make sure that needle is right on that line. The line's a little squiggly, so the first part, we hold this and press down a little bit and let go of that. Now make sure everything's flat. There's no bunching up going on. Then we can go right along. Pull out the needle. And you see how I'm holding right here too to keep this side safe? I'm holding in both sides. And I gotta move it a little bit. And then I'm gonna go back a little bit to secure that. Now, what, Seamus?
Have you ever run over a needle before?
Yes.
What happens?
It can break I've run over a pin and it can break the needle.
Oh.
Like if you turn it inside out, what it creates is a flat bottom. Look at that. See, look at that camera? It created a flat bottom like that.
They're not the camera, you know.
See, I know. You see that, people at home? So that's what sewing along the triangles does.
Okay.
All right, so you guys ready to do your part? You guys did a really good job sewing your corner pieces to make a flat edge, to make a flat bottom here. You guys did a really good job. Now what we need to do is we need to put the inside lining inside that one. So the next part I'm going to do, I might have you guys do the very last part, which is sew on the handles, okay? But the next part I'm going to do, I'm going to put a liner, bias tape is what it's called. I'm going to put bias tape all around the edge like that, so it closes up the bag. What do you think of the bag so far?
Really good.
Really good? All right, guys, you ready for the last part of this, which is sewing on the handles?
Yeah, can you sew it with mine?
Yeah, I'm gonna do one side of each of yours, and you guys are gonna do the other sides. Okay?
Okay.
So I've already pinned it down. So it's already pinned down. Basically, all you're going to do is sew a line back and forth right there to keep it down. Okay? Watch. So I will set it up right here.
Yes, just as I thought.
You don't even have to remove the pin. It's going to be close to the end right here. Basically, use the pin as a guide. So you're not going, see how the foot is along the pin? That's where it's going to be, okay? I know you're hearing Minecraft music. Mom's playing Minecraft right now. Ready? Ready?
Mm-hmm.
So right here. Alright, so you got to the end. Now you're going to press down. This is the reverse button. You got to hold it down for it to go reverse. And then go forward. And that's enough here. You pull this part out and snip it. Halloween bags. Are you excited about that?
Yeah.
Rhiannon,
Yeah.
look, you guys made that.
Yeah.
Mom helped a bit, but you guys did a lot of the sewing. Good job, guys.
Yeah.
Hi, Bridget. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
It's a Goldie box.
Hey, you guys.
Yeah.
You guys, are you ready for Halloween?
Yeah.
What are you gonna be?
Pokémon trainer. Hello Kitty.
You're gonna be Hello Kitty. You're gonna be a Pokemon trainer. What are you gonna be? Pokemon trainer. Woo!
Woo! 2 Pokemon.
Let's see the inside of those bags. Ooh, that's gonna hold a lot of candy. That's gonna hold a lot of candy. All right, awesome job, you guys.